If you want to see me swatch the Riviera palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and oh yes, we are going to swatch the Riviera palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, or ABH. And this is a palette I'm really excited about. Yes, for the contents, but especially for the packaging. My husband and I are getting into the idea of sailing a whole lot more. And this palette is really kind of nautical theme, don't you think? Yeah, it is the usual 14 pan palette. And I really like the canvas type color on the packaging. I think it looks really good. And I haven't even taken the plastic off the mirror or anything. It is in pristine condition, have not touched it. I'm just going to get rid of the brush. It's the typical brush that comes with the ABH palettes, double-ended. And we have, this is pretty typical for Anastasia, is pretty much all shimmers on the top and mattes on the bottom. The only thing is this white is a matte as opposed to a shimmer on top. But like the Alyssa Edwards palette, it is a transformer shade that we can use to mix with other colors, and I really appreciate that. The difference is in this palette there's a white, but there's no black, and in the Alyssa Edwards palette there is a black. The other thing too is that there are 6 shimmers in this palette, which is quite a colorful palette, and the Alyssa Edwards has 3. So they're both colorful palettes, but they're definitely different in a few material ways. So I'm going to stop talking about the palette and I'm going to talk about swatching it. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to do the top, but just the shimmers. So 3 and 3, and then take care of the bottom. So let's see, 3, 3, and 2. I think that's how I'm going to handle it for this palette. I'd like to do all the mattes in one go and all the shimmery or metallics in another go. So speaking of, we will start with those. So we're going to start with Yacht, Seychelles, and Palermo. So these 3 right here. Let's see how it goes. Yacht looks like such a nice color. Oh. Yep. And Seychelles is probably, I love the name, but it's probably one of the colors I won't be so interested in the palette, unfortunately. And then Palermo, but I shouldn't count that before. No, don't count your chickens, but even in a negative way, right? Yacht, oh, that is a beautiful color. That would be such a beautiful color for a neutral look. Seychelles, ah, what an aqua color. That is very pretty. And Palermo, love that. That is very nice as well. It's kind of an orangey base fuchsia. Very pretty. Very pretty. Okay, let's go again. Yacht, Seychelles, and Palermo. Those first 3 are just a great way to start, I tell you. Beautiful. Okay. That is very pretty. And the fingers are also gorgeous. And I like to show the fingers because to me the fingers are closer to what you'll end up seeing on the eye just because of the shape of the eye. And we are going to go into the next batch. As I wipe my fingers, we'll have Seaside, Inheritance, and Mediterranean. Privilege, anyone? Yee, okay, talk about names. All right. Seaside, Inheritance, and Mediterranean. Okay. Inheritance, and of course it's a gold, right? Okay, so we have Seaside. It's grittier. It's quite gritty as a bluish gray. Okay. And we have Inheritance. How could I forget the gold's name? Annoying name. And Mediterranean. Okay, so there are the next three. Not bad, not bad. Okay, going in for a second go. Seaside, Inheritance, and Mediterranean. All right, I will wipe those fingers off, and we are going to start getting into the mattes. And I have a big smile because to me, ABH mattes are the reason I get the palettes most of the time. They're just super nice. Like the Norvina palette, all I could think of was that periwinkle color, that matte. And yeah, I think that for every palette, there's just that one color that keeps coming to mind, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we're going to go in with these two mattes first. And then have 3 and 3. So we have Sales and Estate, and those two are the absolute lightest colors in the whole palette, and they'll show up right in the middle. So we have Sales, was the second one Estate? Yeah, and Estate. All right, usually the lightest colors are on my wrist, but in this case, given how I chose to swatch, they're right in the middle. That's a decent white, actually. I'm just gonna go back one more time to smooth it out. Okay, yeah, I like these. This is a really, really good set of couple mattes. Okay, so now we've got 2 more sets of mattes, 3 and 3. Mattes are a lot easier to clean off the fingers than the the shiny colors. Okay, so we have Cabana, Coastline, and Bahamas. And I heard some mixed feelings about Bahamas. So we have Cabana, what's the second one? Cabana, Coastline, and Bahamas. Okay. Cabana, Coastline, and Bahamas. Whoa! Okay, I don't know why I was hearing weird things about this one. I don't see why. It's very, very bright. Holy cow, it's bright. Wow. Okay, second go. Cabana, Coastline. Just gonna go one more time on these two. And Bahamas. It fits with Bahamas. It's a very tropical, bright color. Very, very, whew. Those mattes spread really, really well. I'm really happy with that. Now let's see if it stains the finger. I bet you it will. Looks like it. Okay, I had to find the wettest part of the towel to wipe off that Bahamas. And I managed to gouge into that color too. Holy cow. Okay, we have the last 3. Monte Carlo, Cannes, and Palm. Monte Carlo looks like a very nice color, kind of a dusty rose. Cannes is a very nice matte purple. And then we have Palm, which actually looks like a decent brown. So those are the 3. Monte Carlo, Cannes, and Palm. I like that brown. Nice cooler brown, not too warm. All right, that is the first pass of those three, the last three in the palette to swatch. Next go of Monte Carlo, and I'm just trying to pick up what's been kicked up. Okay, so here we go. Monte Carlo. Ken. That's much nicer on the second pass. Mattes build nicely usually. And then we have Palm. Okay. What do I think? Again, I'm really happy that this palette, even though it's quite colorful, can do a neutral look. So I'm looking at these three, of course the white, I'm looking at Yacht at the top here, and I'm looking at Palm at the bottom. You can do a lot of there's neutral possibilities here, and you can even do just a cream look. You could do a mustardy look, a dusty rose look with a little bit of support from this one and this one. There's a lot that you can do that is quite light with the mattes. And then you can do a lot with the shimmers. You can do very bright looks. You can also do some smoky looks with the blues and the grays. Yeah, there's quite a bit that can be done with this this palette that is quite, it's quite a bit of variety. So that is really nice. And I'm looking forward to what I can do with that white. And it looks more white than the white in the Alyssa Edwards palette. I think I mentioned that early on in the video. If I haven't, you've heard it now. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. A lot of mattes, 3, 6, like I said, 6 of these shimmers are metallics, and then we've got 8 mattes. I'm never going to be upset to see more than half the palette in matte shadows, especially when we're dealing with colors. So that is that's really nice. I'm looking forward to playing with this one, definitely. Even if there's a gold called Inheritance. Anyway, that's it for the swatches of the Riviera palette. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of the swatches. And also, if you have any questions or concerns regarding the palette or something that I've should take note of or that I missed, please let me know, of course. And with that, I will say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. You know that. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.